Ladies and gentlemen, it looks like the saga for First Republic Bank FRC shareholders is probably about at its conclusion, as regulators did in fact seize the bank and sell the assets to JP Morgan Chase over the weekend. As the old adage goes, if someone calls you for a deal on a Sunday, get ready to make a whole lot of money. And I think people pretty much know the score. JP Morgan Chase stock is up on the news because, for the money that they put up, they will have received all deposits, all assets, and I think maybe potentially even most importantly, all those customers. Remember, First Republic catered to high net worth individuals. And even though it lost 40% of its uninsured deposits or something like that, well, still the people that didn't pull their money, they are still a lot. It's still a lot of high net worth people going over to JP Morgan Chase. So those customers, I think, will be really, really, a good value for JP Morgan Chase over the long run. So that's, good on them for making hay while the sun shines. But as for my part in all of this, I sold one put at the $5 strike. I was kind of curious what might happen if this scenario took place, because the stock, trading has been halted. This thing is basically, it's gone under, it's failed, it's collapsed, it's done. So I don't think it'll be possible to trade FRC anymore. So I sold a put, collected some premium. It's technically in the money, or it was in the money at the time that things were halted, but I don't think whoever holds that option can exercise it, even if it's in the money at expiration, because these shares I just don't think that they can put shares into your account that have been halted like this. But I'll update you all as to that, because I'm curious myself, but it may just have been like $125 of free premium for me. Otherwise, I'm at risk of losing like $350 or something. All right. So whoop-de-doo. Now, what is the case for the actual shareholders, though? Honestly, the analyst in this article says facing wipeout. Probably the case, right? Because this was an emergency thing where it was a fire sale. The order of payouts on companies when they go under is, and with banks in particular, it's deposits, debt, preferred stock, common stock. That's the order of who gets paid. Now, common stock will generally be last in every single company, but when it comes to the assets being liquidated on fire sale like this, the idea of getting whatever crumbs are left over as a common stockholder, I don't think you can expect much, if anything, really. Now, the takeaway for me on this is, if you're going to invest in banks, you got to give that balance sheet a lot of scrutiny. Understand which assets are sensitive to interest rate risk. Understand how much of their money, how much of their balance sheet is allocated into those assets, and look at it in proportion to how many deposits they have. Look at how comfortable their cash position is. Those are the things I'm going to be looking at going forward on any banks I consider. At the moment, I think the only banks I'm interested in are the ones that are legit too big to fail. So I've got some Bank of America. I may still have an outstanding put or two on Bank of America. Might do some more in the future on that. Probably not going to get too concentrated into banks, though, just because how quick the regulators can really just swoop in and just force things to happen. It has me a little shook, to be honest with you. So that's just my little slice on this. My heart goes out to you if you had any shares of this in your account. that is a tough deal. I'm sure if you went back 3 or 4 months, nobody was saying, no analyst was rating this a sell, right? Same with Silicon Valley, etc. So I think if you're just a regular old retail investor and not necessarily particularly sophisticated, certainly not to the point that an analyst should be, then I don't necessarily, I don't think that you may have known what to look out for in order to see this coming. And I think this has been a tough lesson for a lot of people. And hey, what doesn't kill you just makes you stranger. Anyways, keep the conversation going in the comments. Let me know if you had any shares of FRC. Pop on Discord and tell me how you're feeling about this. I'll link that in the description. Subscribe if you want to keep on going forward with us and continue participating in the conversation. Take it easy, everyone. Have a wonderful Manic Monday.